Hi, welcome to Parkinson's Daily Exercise with Danica. This is our PDX yoga series for spinal health and mobility. So it's about a 10-minute segment that we will do to improve our mobility in our spine. Now our spine, of course, involves the cervical vertebrae, the thoracic vertebra, about the mid back here, and then the lumbar vertebrae and the low back. So we're going to tackle just a few exercises here to create more mobility in our spine. Let's go ahead and close our eyes and just bring our awareness to our feet grounded to the earth. Our shoes can be on or off, whatever's most comfortable. We want to spread those toes and fingers open wide and just feel that grounding. Our shoulders are back and down, and as we bring awareness to our breath, we follow the breath in through the nose, allowing our breath to expand that rib cage. As we exhale, we create strength in our core, developing a little bit of heat as well as power in our core center as we begin to warm up that body, bringing awareness to our breath, reconnecting our mind, following the breath down through the spine, finding any areas of tightness or soreness within that spine. And as we breathe out, let's blow away that tightness or stiffness. As we breathe in, we'll create more length in the spine, maybe even feeling the spine stretch from those grounded hips through the top of the head. And as we breathe out, we blow away that tension and stress. Let's do 2 more long, deep breaths to warm up that body and reconnect. Feeling those lungs and ribs expand, feeling that thoracic spine stretch. As we exhale, we draw our belly in, supporting more in our lumbar spine. As we breathe in, let's feel that cervical spine now stretch and lengthen from the shoulders up through the top of the head. Exhaling, relax. Now let's bring our hands lightly to touch at heart center. As we breathe in, our arms will float up and we can now open those eyes and look up. Exhale, bring the arms out. We'll do a few shoulder rolls. Posture is most important when we start any exercise program. So we want to start with really good posture, sitting toward that front edge of the chair. So we're bringing awareness first to that lumbar spine. So let's begin with some tilts of the pelvis. So we're actually going to tuck the tailbone under us as if we're pulling our belly button up toward our rib cage. This is pulling our rib cage down and sort of creating a C curve in our body, or what I like to say is bad posture. So then we come out of that bad posture and right up onto our sit bones. So we're now off that tailbone and we're allowed to open that chest. Feel how much easier it is to take that deep breath. Now as we exhale, we're going to go back into that C curve or bad posture by tightening the core, sort of bringing that pubic bone up toward the chest. As we inhale now, it becomes a lot easier as we tilt the pelvis back, feel the tailbone push behind us and our chest opens. Let's do a few more of those. So exhaling as we draw the belly in tight, that pubic bone comes up toward the hips and we're creating a C curve in the body, allowing that spine to stretch. As we inhale, we're creating the length and realigning that spine right over the hips. Last one, as we exhale, we want to engage that core, strengthening, maybe relaxing the neck and shoulders a little bit more this time. Inhale, as we come up onto those sit bones, we open up to good posture. We'll hold it here for just a few breaths so we can feel the difference when we are sitting in good posture of how much easier it is to take the breath. Our ribs can expand, our lungs can expand, there's more room, and the chest is open, and our spine is actually happy in this position because we are stacked over our hips. Our shoulders right over the hips, and our ears are right over those shoulders. Let's take a giant breath in as we now move into that thoracic spine or mid-spine. Let's bring the hands to the shoulders and we'll lift the elbows up. Option can be straight arm as well, but this tends to put a little bit more tension on the cervical spine. So if we want to just take it into a more kind of moderate stretch without a lot of tension in the cervical spine. Let's keep the hands on the shoulders and breathe in deeply. As we exhale, we'll do a gentle turn and look to the left side. So we want to move that rib cage. And then we want to inhale back to center. Keep those elbows up and chest lifted. As we exhale, we want to turn now to the right. Using those abdominals to create that mobility in the spine. Inhale, center. We want to deepen the breath and lift the rib cage off of those hips. Lift it. Exhale, turn. So as we turn, we're just turning as much as we comfortably can by using the muscles around our core. Those obliques and those abdominal muscles are doing the work, as well as the muscles around the torso and spine. Inhale to center. We're deepening the breath, deep cleansing breath. As we exhale, we're bringing out those muscles and organs in the torso. So draw the belly in strong. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, one more time to that right. Inhale, back to center. We're going to reach those arms up from here. And exhale them all the way out. The longer the arms, the better. Now we're going to continue into that cervical spine, or the thoracic spine, and do a lateral flexion. So the right arm is going to come up. And we're just going to slide that left arm down toward the floor as that right arm reaches up. So we want to relax and not hold a lot of tension in the neck. We want to reach those fingertips in an opposite direction. So we feel that right side stretch. Great, and that little side bend is very good for that lateral flexion and health of the spine in that thoracic spine. Now let's really lengthen both arms up. Feel the stretch from the hips. Feel the spine stretching all the way up. And then we take that right hand down. Keep lifting the left arm up as we reach those right fingertips down. Allowing the head, neck, and shoulders to relax as we feel that lateral flexion along the sides of that body. When we have Parkinson's, we tend to get a little bit more rigid in the spine and develop a little stooped posture. So this will help really stretch and lengthen the muscles to help prevent that from happening. Inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. Exhaling, reaching those arms all the way out. Let's roll those shoulders back now. We want the shoulders back and down as we work now into our cervical spine, so we want to look to the left. We never want to force any movement here. We want a good, comfortable range of motion. Looking now to the right, just as far as we comfortably can. Breathe in, look center. Breathing out, look to that left. Make sure that the posture is still up and our shoulders are back and down. So we're very aware of the muscles in our core. Inhale. Those core muscles are working to support our spine and posture. Inhale. Now we're dropping the chin toward the chest as we exhale. As we inhale, looking center or up as comfortably as we can. So we never want to force any of these movements in the spine. Exhale, drop the chin toward the chest. Inhale, looking center or up if that feels okay on that cervical spine. Exhale, draw the chin down. Not forcing it, just allowing those muscles to work in a comfortable range of motion. Last one, breathe in deeply and breathe out. Looking center, let's bring our hands to heart center. Take a giant breath up. With that breath, we feel the musculature around the core helping to lift that spine and create space between each and every vertebra. As we exhale, we blow away that tension or stress. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in. Imagine the rib cage is lifting off of the hips and the entire spine is lifting through the top of the head. Relaxing those hands back down. This time palms are up. Let's close our eyes. Let's bring awareness back to the spine. Do we feel a little bit more length and maybe even more movement, more energy flowing through the spine. Taking a moment to thank that body and remembering to create space and time in your life to work on yourself. Creating that space and time, giving back to yourself just as you would give back to others. Taking one more long breath in. Exhaling, blowing away any stress or tension. Bringing those hands together at heart center. As we inhale, those arms float lightly up. As we look to the sky, our arms float out. We meet back together at heart center. Thank you so much for joining Parkinson's Daily Exercise with Danica, this yoga series to improve spinal mobility. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.